Good morning, everyone. How are we doing here? Oh, let me get this sound thing working. There we go. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hey, Nethers, Tammy, Tommy. Hey, JW, Joe, Roger, Bill. Good morning. Good morning, everybody out there. Appreciate you being here on this Monday morning, March 24th, 2025. Thank you so much. Hey, today, if you're not doing anything, at 11:45 Eastern in the live trading alerts room, I'll be hosting a free webinar. Everybody is welcome. You can find the links. We may have sent it to you to your email. Check that. Check our social media, X, Facebook, Stock Twits. Check that for the link there. And that's at 11:45 Eastern today. Now, if you want to really spend a day with us, how about tomorrow, March 22nd, that's Tuesday, come spend all day with us starting just about right now, 8:45 for our pre-market charts and target. And then, like you say, the room is open all day. Ask questions. We're going to have some fun. One of the things I'm going to be talking about tomorrow is and this is for the smaller trader that has a smaller account. We're going to talk about the single stock ETFs, and trading them. So if you're in the room, love for you to hear that. I will also do my best to record that in case you're not here. But please do register, okay? So we'll see you Tuesday. Tuesday what? The 25th. That's tomorrow, by the way. Okay, let's get on with business here. Let's get on with business. Again, good morning to everybody. Let me click this over here. There we go. Hey, good morning, Vern, Terry. Good morning up there. Appreciate it. Hey, if somebody is in X, if you could maybe type something. I just want to confirm that X is actually working here. Type it so I could see it. If I don't answer you, it means I didn't see it. Maybe sometime today you can hit me over the head with a stick and we can figure out why it's not working. Okay. All right, let's go. So Friday, the market mounted a little relief rally candle here and chart pattern. And here's what we have. Okay. So we've got this low, we've got this high. We mounted that low and now we're working up, and it closed very, very well. Very, very well here. And then this morning we're popping up a little bit. So we're going to get that. I think we're going to, see that high. So we're going to see that low, high, higher low, higher high. That's going to make that, what is it? 570.97, the tradable bottom right there. So once we move over that, the relief rally is underway. Now, please don't get me wrong here. Relief rally is the key word. The key is the key word. And I say that because I don't see how we're going to roar up to some bigger numbers. However, the stock market puts together up and down moves because that's what the stock market does. So up, down, up, down, up. Let's see what happens. This area right there, this 580.38, that starts the 50% retracement from this high over here. So, I mean, if we can get through that, I'll become closer to a believer that we're going to get bullish rather than a relief rally. But right now, I just see a simple relief rally. Hey, Roasted, thank you. You're saying X is working, but somebody typed over there, Dave. You're my man, Dave. Thank you. It works. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. You're my man. Okay, so I think we have a relief rally underway. A couple of things we're going to have to be a little careful of, and we've got the 200 period moving average and the trendicator right here. Okay, the trendicator is the red dots, and that red line right there is the 200 period moving average. So we're going to have to get on top of that to attack that 50% retracement And then maybe we get to the 50, but we're not going to talk about that till we're over 580. So go SPY, go. Qs, very similar chart pattern. We've got a bottom put in, moving up. Again, I think it's just a relief rally is what I think. If we were just to draw a line down like this, just go ahead and, put that line in there and we'll adjust it later. But somewhere around that 50 period moving average, like that right there. So this is what I would be afraid of right now. Price comes up, we hit up into here, and then we roll down. I'm not a very positive thinker when it comes to bulls right now, I got to tell you. So, and if I'm wrong, I'll eat my hat, most definitely. I'll make a cookie hat and eat it. But we just want to be careful there, okay? Let's look at the transports, IYT. There is absolutely not one stinking thing about the transports that's bullish, not one. And going sideways is not bullish. If we look at SMH, we have a slight rise, very slight, okay? Slight little rise here. But we have not gone to any kind of bullish. I mean, relief rally mode is what we're doing. So got to be careful with that. You get sucked in, and then they'll come in and yank the rug out, and then you're holding these longs, and you wish you had some shorts. Okay, for those that don't like to short, remember that the inverse ETFs, they're an amazing tool if you don't like to short or can't short for whatever reason. But the inverse ETFs are great. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at T2123. We ended up on the negative side. We ended up on the bearish side of the trend here. Price is below the T-line. T-line is below the trend indicator. That's not good. Now, with the market being up this morning, T2123 is going to be up this morning too. One of the big keys for it will be to, I guess we could use that. There we go. Is to close over the recent highs. If we do that, okay, we may have something kind of cooking. But until that happens, it's just boiling water. There's no food in there at all. Just boiling water. All right, let's take a look at some charts. I'm going to tell you a chart that I'm going to buy when the market opens up. Right there, ACHR. I'm going to buy that when the market opens up. Pretty much bibbity bobbity boop, boom. Going to buy that right there. First target on this will be up there toward that $10.40 mark. Stop. I'm always going to use a major moving average, the T-line or the trend indicator. I think on this one, on this one, I'm going to leave it right there at that 50 period moving average because I don't want to buy it, say right here, and use the trend indicator as a stop. That's almost 8% down there. So I don't want to risk 8%. So it's either going to work or it's not going to work. It's real simple. But that's what I'm going to be buying. And it'll be pretty much right away when the market opens up, just like that. ACHR. Thanks for that one. That was given to me by one of our members. My conscience, actually, you guys have all heard me talk about my conscience, and my conscience did that. All right, let's take a look at a few other stocks. And by the way, if you are a member of Hit and Run Candlesticks, and this includes trial members as well, I posted some stocks Friday afternoon with target areas on them in the app. CELH, I still think it goes higher, but I did close it out for 40% profit. I didn't want to risk my 40% profit. I still think it goes higher into that 34.85 and then maybe the 200 period moving average here. Another one that I posted was, Sage. Look at Sage. I think Sage gets to that 905, which pre-market it got there. But nice trend. The chart pattern is setting up. We're breaking out over the 200 period moving average. What I'm looking for is to move right up into that $14 range. And I'm sorry, $9 range. And that's about a 14% trade. I don't care who you are. That's good money. And if you buy options, woof, that's fantastic money. CDNS is another one. This is one that I think goes to the 50 right there. Now, that may not seem like a bunch, but if we get through that 50, it just might poke its nose up and grab that 200 period moving average right there. So keep an eye on CDNS. Let's see where's some of those others. Visa. I posted Visa as a bearish stock. It's a blue ice failure. What I'm going to look for here is failure of the 50 period moving average and head down to the dotted deuce. Oh, by the way, I had somebody on YouTube ask me a question and I answered them on YouTube, but I would like to answer it right here as well. They asked, what is the dotted deuce and what's it made up of? So let me do that. So here it is. It's a modified 200 period moving average. The period is 200. The average type is front weighted, and the average of is the last price. So average of what? Not open or high or low, but you know what? Average of that's changed. Hold it. There we go. That's supposed to be low. My bad. It's the average of the low, and it is front weighted, and it is the 200 period moving average. Okay. I hope that was helpful. All righty. Now let's take a look at a few more charts. Let's take a look at VST. Now, these are all charts so far that I posted Friday late in the afternoon to the members app. So if you're a trial member or if you are a member of Hit Run Candlesticks, you should have received these alerts. If not, please download the app. So here's VST. You can see we're coming right off that trend indicator today, heading up for the 50 period moving average to the tune of about 16%. How about Hood? Get Hood. Now, Hood's popped up a little bit since Friday. Friday, I had the line right in there. And I've got that one past the 50, up to the 50% retracement for about 17%. Okay, let's look at some new ones here. Let's take a look at FCX. FCX to me looks like we're headed to that 200 period moving average here. So we're just going to do that right there. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot. It really doesn't. But what happens is you've got a great looking chart in the rounded bottom breakout area. So we muddle through here, might even shake a little bit. Once it breaks out, the path is still there. So let's keep an eye on FCX. Also, if it does pull back a little bit, it becomes an opportunity to move back up into that area there. Let's look at Sophie. Headed to the 50 period moving average. Put that bottom in here on the 200 period moving average. And that's what I'd be looking for. Somewhere near that 13% range on Sophie. Where's my list? Oh, let's go look at Tesla. The Tesla trade. For those that saw my video last night, I put a video out there about the Tesla trade, and right now it looks like it's moving up. Good little bottom right here. I'll be adding to my TSLA today. I'll definitely be doing that unless something crazy happens. But we've got that low. We didn't really make a high. Yeah, we might have made a high right there, huh? Higher low, and now we've broken out over that higher high. We're going to challenge a dotted deuce and run to, we're going to challenge a trend indicator and then run to the 200 period moving average. You've got a 39% move back up here to the 50% retracement. Back up to the 50% retracement or the 50 period moving average. Very close. Now, 39%. Let's go look at TSLA. Now, for those that will be here tomorrow during our open house, and everybody is welcome, We're going to be talking about some of these things like TSLL, and we're going to be talking about the single stock ETFs leveraged 2 times. And remember, TSL was 39%. That's 117% to the same place. That's crazy. So, we're leverage what we can, take advantage of what you can. If you are heading downhill, take advantage of that slope. Rest, let the car cruise downhill. The same way right here. Take advantage. So anyway, I'm going to be buying more of my TSLL. Looking forward to move back up toward that 50 period moving average or 50% retracement area. Now, what happens if it doesn't make it there? Okay. What if it only makes it to the 200 period moving average, which is right there? Oh, boo-hoo, poor me. I didn't get that. Won't we be happy with that profit right through there? You darn right we would. Okay. So let's keep an eye on TSLL and see what time is it. Time for you guys. Do you have any charts we want to look at? Anybody here? And again, I want to say thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. Devendra, you're saying M's has a Oreo cookie. I'm going to say no, but maybe you're looking at something else. Maybe you can share that with me. But no, not an Oreo cookie. Hello, Vernon, UAL. That's another one that might be looking at that relief rally. Please, right now, everything I'm looking at to the bullish side is only a relief rally. It's not some magical reversal. Oh, the world has been saved. The market's gonna just rocket. No, I don't think so. This is merely the market breathing, doing what a market does. It goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. Well, now we're in one of those up modes. And here's United coming off the 200 period moving average. I've already got the 50% marked right there. I'm going to go to the lower end of it. So right now, that is a possible target. And that is about 10, 11% away right there on UAL. Thank you for that one. I like that. Bouncing from a moving average up. I like that. And Twilio. That's another one. Let's come over here and let's take that high, move down to that low. And right there is the 50% retracement. Let's change that color. There you go. And what do we have here? You got a possible trade of what? 11, 12% maybe? Very nice. Set your stop in there. Let the market do its job. Let's see. KC long. KC long, yeah. Nice trend we're working on. I think I would want it over the T line. I would want those dots to turn green. But I certainly get the buy-in here. The buy-in there, the stop at the 50. You're happy if it breaks out. And I would want that breakout. In fact, I personally probably wouldn't buy it till it actually closed over the T line. And then we've got that silly downtrend line. But hey, nice rising 50 there. So we're starting to tighten up. Could set up well. Thank you. Thank you again, Dave. Let's see. Okay, got everybody there. Let's see. Well, why UMC? Let's look at that. Bullish chart. Go bullish chart. Nice trend, right? Draw a line like that. Look how we broke out and tested. Beautiful. Like a morning star signal here. That looks great. Nice bullish chart. J hook in the making. Excellent. Let's flag that one. Thank you. Nancy, you bought some FCX Friday. Nice. Way to go. You're in the money, man. Yes, you are. PYPL. PYPL. Yeah, that's another one that I believe I already have the, I believe that's going to be the 50% retracement. Yeah. So you get the 50% retracement here at 70, 79, just about the 50 period moving average. Here we're rolling up, nice little bottom in here, low, low, and now popping up over the T line. Trend indicator should turn green today. And then what are we looking for? Possible trade, 10, 11% maybe in there. Beautiful. Watch out for the 50, 200 target up there. Excellent looking trade. Excellent. Hey, Sue, DocuSign. I think I love it. Look at that, Doc. You know, we talked about this Friday, I think. You've got a bull kicker here. This is a rocking chart. We've got a bull kicker here, popped up, relaxed a little bit, broke out over the 50 period moving average. How can you not like that? I seriously, all flagged already. Sue, I hope you're already in it. If not, let's get in. I like that one. So actually, this is one I might get in right away too. DocuSign. And then let's take a look at WPM. Long. Hey, you know, long for me, it's going to be pretty simple. Trend indicator's green. T-line is trending. Price is over the T-line. T-line is over the trend indicator. Long, period. The only question now is it's going to have to get over that dark cloud cover. That's the only thing. So as a trader, your choice becomes, do you wait for it to break out or buy it here, down low? Me, my stop would be pretty much just below the T line, just like that. But nice trend. Gold is working. Yeah, looks good. Let's see. What do I think of TER? TER. I think it's still in a downtrend. Is what I think. Yeah, and it's exactly what I think. It's still in a downtrend. It's moving sideways, but it's got nothing. Nothing has said, "Hey, giddy up." You need something that says "giddy up," giddy up, and it needs that right there. Unless you just want to buy it, plug your nose, buy it, put your stop in, and there you go. I mean, that's one way to do it. It really, really is. Rivian. See the giddy up in Rivian? Rivian's got a little giddy up here. So let's put this line right there. We're moving up. We're about to run into a whole lot of moving average problems. If it could keep moving up, then 14-ish, 1450, at least to the 200, maybe. Whoops, wrong one. Let's do this. That's 8% to the 200, and this is what stocks do. Let's assume it gets there, then it's going to rest. To think it's going to blow through there, it could. The CEO of Rivian could come out and make some outrageous claim with some outrageous proof and just, something that blows it out of the water. And yeah, it could blow right through there. But what are the odds of that? It's slim. More than likely, we rally to that magnet and then we rest right in here. And then we start it all over again. That's what you would want. Start it all over again. So right now, I see a run maybe to the 200. Watch that 50 before you get there. Okay. Let's see. Vernon says there's a lot of engulfing stocks today. Yeah. A lot of little gap ups too. Yeah. AVGO, Broadcom. Nice. Look at that. Moving up. This is going to be one of the stocks we talk about tomorrow in the single stock ETF is Broadcom, because there's a lot of people that can't afford $194, but you can afford $27. So we'll be talking about this tomorrow at the open house. Hope to see everybody there. So anyway, here's Broadcom coming off the 200 period moving average. Moving down, looks like we're breaking out of that trend line. That's going to make that 50 period moving average a mighty nice target right in there. Sweet, sweet. Hood, we already covered that one. And let's take a look at Intel. Intel, finally, I wasn't long on it back here, and I wasn't long on this day right here. But here, the bulls have come in. They engulfed. They're showing a little bit of strength. That right there is what I'm going to look at the weekly chart. So that right about there. So we start moving over $25 and a nickel. I'll become a little bit of a believer on Intel, and then I might be a buyer on Intel. But Intel is going to have to pop up a little bit. Here's the 50% retracement that I'm looking at. So you can see that if Intel was to get going, it could make a nice little penny. You know, that's a 30% trade right in there, okay? All right, folks, I need to jet out of here. The market's going to open up in about less than 20 minutes, 18 minutes. A couple things I need to finish up. Remember, today at 11:45 Eastern, Mondays with Rick, free open webinar in the live trading alerts room. Check your email, check social media for a login link. Please remember tomorrow, the open house. Please register. Starts at 8:45 in the morning, goes all day long. Hope to see you all there, okay? Thanks, everyone. Have a great Monday. We'll see you.